Good morning, good morning. We are here for White Light Oracle series where we are pulling a card, reading the book, learning from Miss Alana Fairchild, and then we're doing our automatic writing practice. And we don't know who that intention is directed towards until we have read the message, because it has been towards our higher spirit, our higher selves. It's been towards our it's been towards Chiron. It's been towards the fairies. So different things for sure. So let's do this. Just close your eyes for a second. Hand on heart space. Breathing in nice and deep. And release. Breathing in. Release. Breathing in. Release. Calling in our angels and our guides, calling in our higher selves, calling in Jesus, Mary, Mary Magdalene, and Freya too, calling in our Ascension Council, our Galactic Council, our Ascended Masters, Ancestors of Love and Light, those are the highest high of love and light, and only those are the highest high of love and light, to be here with us together, to help us to be clear channels, receiving and giving the exact messages in which we're meant to receive for our highest good in this moment. Also calling in and asking assistance from Archangels Michael, Metatron, Uriel, Azrael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Shamuel to be here with us together to help to keep this space a sacred space, cleansed and cleared of all energy that does not belong here, and amplifying all energy that does. Truly purifying this energy, helping us to purify our intentions. We're also asking for help us to see clearly, help us to hear clearly, help us to feel clearly, help us to know clearly, to have oyana kiano tuyano oyana, to come from a place of our heart and pure intentions, to see clearly without seeing through ego, to see clearly without seeing through our past traumas or past judgments, all the different things, but just to see pure, to have pure sight, to have pure hearing, to have pure feeling, to have pure knowing, oyana siano tuyano oyana kiana, and pure intentions, to be showing up here in this moment, spending time with Spirit, having pure intentions. May we all continue to love, to grow, to heal, and to learn together. Oyana siano tuyano oyana. Amen, and so it is. Okay, let's pull a card. We're not halfway through, excuse me. A third of the way through. My favorite part about this is just, honestly, it's not the I mean, I'm enjoying this, yes, but it's the automatic writing. It's the using this as a practice and showing up each day to write and to have that practice, the automatic writing practice. So I just think it's so important, and I think this is helping me show up in this way. So whatever helps us show up, right? Okay. Anasiano tu. Ayana kiano tuiano oyana. All right, today's card is Seraph of 963 Hertz. Seraph of 963 Hertz. And I always post the cards, pictures of the cards in the post section. So it should say on the home page on YouTube, it should say either post or community on there. All right, let's see. This is number 21. Oh, our card of the day today was 22, and then when I opened up the book, it was to page 20. It was to the card number 21. And then come out wherever you are. 24, 23, 2, 1. Okay, Seraph of 963 Hertz. Let me get this to help with my reading. Okay. Practice connecting to the joy that is always deep within you. Pay attention to what brings you exquisite delight. If you don't know what that is, you are guided to experiment and explore. Connecting to the joyful capacity of your heart will heal so much negativity and uncertainty. Let your heart relax. Allow the spiritual grace that wishes to reorder your life manifest its miraculous magic. Amen. The Seraphim are angelic beings of an extremely high vibration. They are angelic mystics in constant devotion and adoration of the divine. When we passionately fall in love with a divine face of luminous grace, whether it be a person who has entered our lives as if they have dropped straight from heaven onto earth, or we feel our heart awakening to new depths of love and meditation with our spirit guides, we are in harmony with the Seraphim. When we go through a struggle and are somehow fortunate enough to recognize the protective and healing action of divine grace intervening on our behalf, we can shift to such gratitude we just want to kiss the sky and sing a love song to the universe. Then we are in touch with our own inner Seraph. Some egos project their narcissistic wounding and lack the romantic imagination onto spirit, concluding that the divine must be rather vain if it wants swarms of angels flying about constantly singing its praises. They don't understand that the divine asks for our love so it can give of itself to us. When we feel love, when we are in love, our hearts are open and receptive. The divine isn't interested in praise for its own sake, but for what we can receive when our hearts are opened by it. When you have a beautiful experience, fall in love, enjoy the best meal of your life, see a film that awakens your mind, do you want to tell others about it? Our world can seem a bleak, spiritually barren place. We need jubilant, mystical hearts who know the secret of esoteric ecstasy and are divinely drunk in their celestial communion. We need to see them happily stumbling about as love-struck fools, startling our intellects with their brilliant ramblings, opening our hearts with their purposeful passions. We too need such loving delight with the divine, so we cannot help but want to call forth in wondrous gratitude and declare our love from the rooftops for all to hear and feel. This oracle brings a message straight from the divine to you. Let me love you. The tone of 963 Hz unlocks the radiant luminosity of your light body. This body of light is the inner essence of your physical structure and yet is not constrained by it. Your light body is your internal interface between the spiritual plane and the physical plane. It is where healing, bliss, and inspiration flow unimpeded. The higher worlds transmit consciousness, raising light codes directly into your body of light, affirming your original soul note, and preventing the ego from obscuring your spiritual light so that you can manifest your most authentic life path. This telepathy of light between spirit and your inner being gives rise to knowing without knowing how you know. This oracle guides you to trust such inner knowledge, even if it doesn't always seem logical. Spirit is guiding you. The universe will provide ample resources to support you doing what you have come to this planet to do. There is no need to turn away from your heart, what your heart adores, and every reason to embrace it with total trust. Connection with the tone plugs us into inner intricacies of our ecstatic energy field, where we can partake in the miraculous medicine of love and light and be reminded that we can handle anything that comes our way with grace. Spiritual infusions of light and wisdom, such as those that travel on the 963 Hz frequency, are alchemical. They are able to distill value from any circumstance and transform it. This frequency is a cosmic particle accelerator, which facilitates graceful return to the loving wisdom and creative resourcefulness of spirit. Seraph of 963 brings a message that the light of whatever it arouses in your heart and alights in your being with passionate gratitude and delicious hunger for more. It's powerful enough to capture, captivate, and heal you. In doing so, it opens the way to manifestation. Praises to our generous, graceful, loving universe. Healing process. Cheers. You may like to work with a journal for this exercise. Good thing. Oh, and don't forget. Okay, so date your paper. You'll regret it if you don't later. I always put at the very top of the page, White Light Oracle, because we don't, that's where the deck is coming from. But the title of it, then we don't know until we pull it. So now I'm going to put, and you know it because it's in the title, Seraph of 963 Hertz. Don't forget, if you want to, before going into your writing practice, if you want to pull up the image of the card on the post, you can do so. Okay. You may like to work with a journal for this exercise. Contemplate and briefly describe several moments when you felt joy, gratitude, vitality, and aliveness. They may be everyday events or a special event or unusual occurrence. As you record your experiences, you might be able to open your heart in gratitude for those experiences. Perhaps you can cultivate a feeling of wonder and appreciation for how marvelous life can be. You might sense your life as precious. When you are ready, say the following aloud. I'll do the same thing where I read slow, like I read, pause, you repeat, and then I'll read it as a whole afterwards. Okay. May I connect with my own depth, sincerity, and gratitude. For life. May my heart and its depths of love, capacity for awe and appreciation, of mystery be embodied and protected by the light. May I fall in love with the true beauty of my sacred life path. From the universal heart to my heart, to the hearts of all beings, may spiritual love and blessing flourish. Okay, so I'll read that again. May I connect with my own depth, sincerity, and gratitude. I'm putting my hand on heart space if you'd like to join me in that. May my heart in its depth of love, capacity for awe, and appreciation of mystery be empowered and protected by the light. May I fall in love with the true beauty of my sacred life path. From the universal heart to my heart, to the hearts of all beings, may spiritual love and blessings flourish. You have completed your healing process. All right, so what we're going to do now is, so what they talked about journaling about, you can totally do that too. Like that could be like your kicking off point, because sometimes you need to just kind of like write. Sometimes if I have a hard time connecting, I'll start writing. And I guess I could have mentioned this earlier in all of this process, but sometimes if I have a hard time connecting, like getting in the flow, I'll just start writing gratitude out. Like, thank you so much for connecting with me today. Thank you for being, my guide, or sharing your wisdom, or whatever it is. Thank you for this life. Thank you for this time. Thank you for, just kind of start writing. Just start writing. Thank you for whatever it is. And it'll start like picking up. And then all of a sudden you just start writing things you don't know what you're writing. And then all of a sudden it's starting to make sense. And you're like, look at me, I'm connected. And because we can all do this, it just takes practice, right? And you can get out of practice. So that's why I'm like, we need to get back into practice, girl. So that's why we're here. So welcome to our practice. Okay. And it's again, each and every day could be totally different. One day you could be totally like on the hook and like feeling like you're fully divinely guided and you are just getting gold. And then the next day, it feels more like you just keep I don't know why I don't like to fish or anything. So I don't know why this is these comparisons are coming up, but it is what it is. Other days it may feel like you just have to keep recasting and it's just going slow. But the point is, just like how they say this is why they're using fishing, because they talk about fishing and how it's like a meditative sport and how it's just about being there, being in the silence, being in the stillness, and it's not about the catch at the end of the day. It's about each and every moment along the way. So that's why we show up. That's why we spend time here with Spirit each day, is just the time with Spirit. It's not about like what yes, the golden nuggets that we receive and we catch are amazing, and we hold those dearly to our hearts, but it's not always about that. Sometimes it's just about taking this time in this rapid paced world, taking this time out and just sitting with Spirit, sitting with your angels and guides, and having this quiet time with them. It's like they appreciate this more than anything. Like, they just love this so much. And so this is such a gift that we can give them. And any little, like, so this is like a two-way, like, tea time with Spirit, where they enjoy this so much as we do. So if not more. So here we go. We are going to take a few breaths here with Spirit and with calling in our angels. So we are going to call in our angels, our seraphim, and we may not know which seraphim will come through, but we're just going to call out to the seraphim and see which one is meant for our highest good in this moment, to connect with us and see about, like, if there's any meaningful messages we need to hear in this moment for our highest good. So we are going to just close our eyes for a moment, and we're going to do our slow deep breaths into our heart space, and then whenever we release, whenever we exhale, we are going to be like just expanding out our energetic field and releasing all that no longer serves us, anything that's getting in the way of connecting. So breathing in, just pulling in all of that beautiful love and light and building up that frequency, and then breathing out, just releasing anything that's keeping us from that connection, and then from having clear sight, from having clear hearing, from having clear knowing, clear feeling, all the things, where we're releasing all that with our exhale, releasing anything that's keeping us from having the clear senses. And just coming fully, deeply present in this moment. And if you need to pause, to light a candle, to get your cup of tea, to light some incense maybe, don't smoke yourself out, to get just fully settled in this moment, maybe put some meditation music on the background, or if you just like the silence like I do sometimes, plus YouTube doesn't like me to use music, they'll flag it, but then you can do the silence too and just be fully present. But there's no shame in the meditation music too, because I would probably use it if YouTube wouldn't get mad at me. So just be here. Go deeper with me. Breathe in. Just breathe in the angels. Breathe in the love. Breathe in the light. Breathe in the gratitude for being here. Breathe out and release all that's keeping us from our clear senses. And breathe out, like pushing and radiating all of that love and light out to extend that frequency, to really just spread the love and light, right? So breathing in nice and slow through your nose. Release. Calling in our angels, breathing in. Release. Calling in the seraphim, breathing in. Let go. calling in the angels that are meant to connect with us in this moment for our highest good. Breathing in. Release. Cleansing and clearing our frequency. Breathing in. Release. Clearing away anything that is keeping us from clear senses. Breathing in. Breathing out. Slowing down our breath, not quite so deep now. Breathing in. Nice and slow still. Breathing out. In. Feeling that connection to Mother Earth. Out. Breathing in, feeling that connection to Father Son. Breathing in. Breathing in, feeling that connection to Spirit. Breathing in. Breathing in, feeling that connection to our angels. Breathing in. Breathing in, feeling grounded and connected. Breathing in. Pick up your pen and I will see you in 7 to 10. Amen, and so it is. So I hope that was as good for you as it was for me. So one of the things that they helped me with this morning with this writing, I saw I've really got to stop. I'm trying so hard not to scroll. And I've told you guys in the past, like I've deleted everything else besides YouTube and Facebook. Facebook, because that's where my Facebook group is. But still, if I find myself scrolling on Facebook, then it's like this is still that habit, and I'm trying to break it. But anyway, I saw this one post, and it was under the reels, and then it just caught my eye, and I went to it, and it was talking about like red flags for like witches and or spiritual people, what to look out for. And one of the things that it was saying to look out for was from people that have to do everything publicly, like they have to announce what they're doing or whatever it is, like a look at me kind of thing. And then so I was like, so of course I'm really bad about questioning everything that I do, and the intentions behind it. And I know that that's like a self-esteem thing and like a self, just a self-confidence thing is a better word, a self-confidence thing. So I was like, so with this, like showing up in this way, which does help me show up, like it helps me to show up for my writing. So I started questioning it, and I'm like, well, is this a bad thing? Like, so, and why do we do that? They're like, why do we take like one random person that we have no idea who they are? They say one thing and we twist it to make it like bad, like we're bad in some way. Why do we do that? Like what we're doing is bad in some way. And we've got to stop playing in that game. We got to stop letting social media or outside voices make us feel bad about ourselves. We got to stop doing that and stop questioning so this, like I felt like for me showing up in this way, when it would help me show up for my writing and my automatic writing practice. But then also if it would help me, maybe it would help you. Maybe it would help somebody else show up in this way too, right? So if that's the intention, is to help us both, me and you, to connect with spirit, with angels, with the fairies, with Chiron, with all these beautiful goddesses and our higher selves and our guides. I just like, how can that be a bad thing, right? And so it's like they're saying that it could be scary for some of us to step into these roles and into these paths. And then so for people, they're saying that there are those like you that need me to have this space to help you show up too in this way. And so we got to stop, we just have to stop letting, this is how, I swear it feels like, if you had a Christian background and back and going to church before all of this, and you learned about like this battle of the dark and the light, and I feel like it's still, if that still feels true to me, and I feel like the dark, no matter what that looks like, because I still don't know really what that looks like and what that, like, how to make that tangible in my thoughts. I don't know, but it just feels like those seeds of doubt are planted in these ways. through these random people on Facebook or these random people like out in the world. All they have to do is say they know like what to put out there to make you doubt yourself and to make you not show up. But that's what we gotta keep being like, no, I'm not gonna let some random person. And why do we do that too? Like, I don't know, I probably shouldn't go there, but I'm just like, I don't understand why people are so determined to say what is right and what is wrong in anybody's practice, in anybody's presence, in anybody's life. Like, I don't understand that. Like, I don't understand, like, those that say, like, you can only use fire for this, and you can only use wind for this, and you can only use water for this, and you can only pray in this certain way, and you can only use tarot or oracle in this way, and you can only use automatic writing in this way, and you can only. Didn't we get out of the church and the religious practices because that wasn't working for us? Following the script wasn't working for us because each and every one of us is so different, and each and every one of us connects in a different way. Each and every one of us shows up in a different way. And so why do we why is everyone, even in this world, in this like spiritual place, still throwing shade on each other? I don't understand that, whenever this world is so dark anyway, that we're trying to like push that, like, and we're trying our best to keep showing up even with everything going on in this world, right? And to keep healing and to keep growing and to keep sharing and to keep believing that there is better out there for us, that there's more out there for us. And each and every one of us has a story. Not a single one of us shows up here, pure from the day we are born all the way, and staying pure all the way until today when you're 49 years old or however old you are. There's not one of you that hasn't gone through some sort of something, whether it's a health crisis, whether it's a relationship crisis, whether it's childhood trauma, whether it's financial crisis, something. You have experienced, been the recipient of, or you have been the participated in, because we've all screwed up. We've all screwed up in one way or the other. So we're all in different, and we're all in these different parts of our paths. And we're all like just trying our best to show up in these different ways. So why would we try and like say, oh, you don't want to, don't do this and don't do that, and anybody who does this is wrong, and anybody who does that is wrong, and you shouldn't think like that, and they shouldn't call themselves. That's the other thing too, and that's a whole nother story, but that always gets on my nerves too. Like whenever people try to say who is allowed to call themselves a shaman, an empath, or whatever, or how their Reiki practice or should be, or how their Reiki training should look like, and how this is everybody's. If their training and their practice doesn't look like mine, then it's not legit. Bullshit. Bullshit. I just can't take it. It gets on my nerves so much. Like, we are all trying to heal and show up in these different ways, and yes, if somebody is doing somebody else harm by practicing in a harmful way, then let's try and figure that out. But if they are like helping people, if their practice looks totally different than your practice, if they were trained in a totally different way than you were trained, but they're able to show up and help people, if they're able to help people see that they can have the power to heal within themselves, if they're able to give anybody hope for a brighter day or life, existence, why are we bashing each other? Why are we just keep hitting each other with the stick over each other's heads and being like, you're not good enough, what you're doing is not right? Whenever each and every one of us is showing up in our best possible ways. You may have been able to go like to a temple in Bali or wherever and train for 3 months to be the best Reiki practitioner or shaman, or maybe you went to Peru and you were able to train with the best shamans ever, and so now you're the best shaman ever. But maybe somebody else, the only thing that they could afford, they felt a deep calling, but the only thing that they could afford was, I don't know, like Udemy or books, library books, or or teachers from just, or an online practice or something. Because I tell you what, we're not making it easy for each other to learn, that's for sure, and to show up and to become these healers that you're being called to become. I love Sonia Choquette so much. I mean, she is just a well of wisdom. You can just like drown in her goodness and her light on her thing. But I'm about to use her as an example here, so I apologize, Sonia. Sonia. But so she has like this, she had this, I love her. I love her, like, I don't know what it is about her, but I really do like her. But she said, like, sign up. But I've got this to here whenever I'm going to put out this new program. It's the first program I've had in years, blah, blah, blah. And so I'm like, of course. I'm like, yeah, of course. I would love to like hear about learning, because she has a beautiful, deep connection with her angels and guides. And I just love learning. I just want to soak in all the goodness and wisdom. Got the email this morning. Oh, we finally released it. 15 weeks. Each week you get a live session, whatever it is. Here, click here to join now. Oh, let's see how what is it? Do you know how much it cost? Pretty much $10,000. $10,000. $10,000. People are having a hard time to put food on their plates right now, but we're going to charge. I feel dirty even saying this, and it's not her fault because she's at a different level. So that's her level. And so I appreciate her working all these years to become at this level. So this actually isn't any shade on her. This isn't any judgment on her at all, because she's at a different level than I am. So I am just saying that, like, I feel like those that are like, but here's the thing though. So she's able to charge the $10,000 because she has been doing this for 50 years or whatever it is, right? She's at a different level. But there's so many of us that are like, I don't know, like we could use somebody who could be like, hey, I'll give this to you for $33 a month. And that's what we need, is to be able to say, we need leaders to show up and teachers to show up and say, I get it. I get that right now it's fucking hard to eat, to pay your medical bills, to pay your electricity bill, to pay for your college, your kids' college loans. Maybe you're still paying on your college loans. I never finished, but you may have. But if you feel like you have a calling and you want to learn from me, I get that right now it's really hard to even to be able to afford to breathe. So I get that, but I know that our world needs healing. So I'm going to offer this to you at an affordable rate of $33 a month. Because even that sometimes is hard, right? Make it, like, if you want to really get like fancy, make it $44 a month. But why do we have to get more than that? We need people to show up in a way, in an affordable way, because our world needs healing more than anything right now. So why are we charging $10,000? Why? I don't understand. I mean, I don't understand. I don't expect everybody to show up on YouTube and giving out their stuff like, here's all my bread and butter for free. Like I try to, but but I would also love to be able to take a bunch of things too, but I don't, because, and some of it's out of there's the kid in school, but also, and all the other things, but also it's a little bit too, even if I had the money, it's a little bit out of principle, because there's so many that are struggling so much that can't afford, like, they're having a hard time buying toilet paper, and we're going to be charging $10,000 to help people. I don't understand it. So there's my soapbox for the moment, but I just feel like if you are offering things, just think about it. If there's a way that you can make it more affordable, even if it makes it to where you're not making bank right now. We're in a time period where we need each other more than ever, and we need to not trying to be sucking each other dry, like financially. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. I mean, it may feel good to you because you're getting all the money, but everybody else who's having to like drink from the neighbor's water hose because you can't afford to run up your water bill because you're paying $10,000 to learn how to heal people, that is not right. I just don't feel like it's right. I think we can do better. I think we need to do better for each other. We need to show up better for each other. Keeping our rates where people can afford to see us, and not charging. Like, there's people, I'm in a reiki group again. I need to stop scrolling, but they were talking about pricing. How much do you charge for people charging for hundreds of dollars for like for a reiki session? And I'm like, how are people gonna, those people that are showing up to you paying that, they don't need that as much as the other people. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll stop. But I'm just saying that we need to stop like comparing ourselves to. So back to the original point of all of this is that, like, one person that says something else about somebody else online, even me talking about how you're pricing things, let's not let that be our end all, our be all end all thing. Let's not let that be everything. Let's not let that change our how we look at ourselves. Let's just keep showing up for each other in the best way that we possibly can, because we need it. We need each other right now. Show up in the best possible way you can, any way you can, whatever that looks like. Whether that's serving soup at the soup kitchen, whether that's cleaning out your closet and taking clothes, whether that's saving up your cat food can tabs or soda can tabs or whatever it is, your tabs for the Ronald McDonald House, whether it's showing up and giving free advice on YouTube, whether it's helping anybody and whatever, your neighbor rake their leaves, whatever it is, although they should probably leave them for the habitat, but however it is for you, that you could just keep showing up, and let's not let outside voices deter us from doing so. Like, if somebody tells you that, like, or you hear, just like, because you're I feel like somebody's like at a gathering or something, and they hear somebody say, oh, I hate it when people do XYZ, and you are one of those people. They're like, we've got to stop letting one random person like change how we feel about ourselves. We are worthy of love. We are worthy of all that. And just remember that there is this spiritual war going on of dark and light, and that if you're putting out, the more and more brightness and light you're putting out, the more you might be getting some feedback from the other side trying to get you to tamper it down. The darkness feeds on control and feeds on our sadness and our fears and our doubts and our worries and all that. They want to like keep pushing us down. They don't want us rising up. They want to push us down because there's control and fear. There's control and the worry. There's control and the doubt and the making you question who you are. There's control in that. But we've got to take control back and be like, no, I'm going to show up how I'm going to show up. So if you want to charge that $10,000 for your sessions, do it, honey. Don't let me stop you. And there's no judgment because you may be at a way level more than I am. Like Sonia is. She deserves to charge whatever the hell she wants to charge because she's at a different level than we are. She's been doing this for way longer than she's been doing it for longer than we've been alive. So she gets to charge what she wants to charge and no shame in her game. And I love it. And I'm not going to let that stop me from watching her videos on YouTube and learning from her because she is a fountain of information. So I definitely do recommend you go and learn from her too. I just like how she's very like, I don't know, she's full of joy. So it's good. All right, much love.